Hey, Evil Dead fans, this is Brett from Brett's Groovy Chainsaws, and
Me.
this is Tegan, my son. You've seen him before, and he's the kid who wants a PS2. None of you guys are on my side on this, so whatever. So right now we're going to talk about how to make the books canon, and we're not going to include that piece of crap from the remake. We're going to talk from Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and to Ash vs. Evil Dead. Because all the covers are different for the book. Now let's go back. We have to go to Army of Darkness first. Now that cover is completely different. We know Tom Sullivan didn't work on that cover. He wasn't included on there. On that project. They made the book bigger because they needed Ash to fit in it for that scene in the graveyard. Now let's say that was the original cover. That one was the original. Let's say it was. Now, we know that book ended up in the Kingdom of Kandor, correct?
Yeah, but how did... my thoughts are... Well, never mind, because the Nobi people got it.
Well, they found it with a different cover, right?
Yeah.
And if you go with how I suggested in the last video on how to edit the movies, that cover doesn't even exist. But let's say we go from Evil Dead or Army of Darkness to Evil Dead 1, since it's, Army of Darkness is back in time. Has a whole different cover. Let's say Ash leaves and there's a little side deal, since Ash didn't say the words correctly, to where the Deadites come back for the book. Now, how cool would that be if that book was recovered? We know it can be recovered from the first season of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Now, I got recovered. Let's say that's King Arthur's face on the cover of the book in Evil Dead 1.
I think that'd be cool.
That would be a cool movie, in my opinion. That would be really cool. It would really sum up a lot of things. Or Sheila's face. Ooh,
I forgot who she... Oh, that
the girl, his love. Give me some sugar, baby lady.
Did she die?
No, she lived.
Yeah.
She lived. So let's say it got recovered. Now, then you go to Evil Dead 2. Now, we know in the end of Evil Dead 1, Ash throws the book in a fire. Now, we know that Tom Sullivan worked on Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. Now, did he try, I don't know this for a fact, but did he try to make that book burnt? Because it's pretty similar.
But it's kind of darker.
Darker and kind of messed up. And the pages are actually burnt if you look on Evil Dead 2 when he flips through the book.
But they don't look that burnt in Ash vs. Evil Dead.
We're going to get to that. So let's say the cover was burnt a little bit, but it doesn't destroy the book, but it burns the cover. So to make it canon, from Army of Darkness, the cover got recovered.
Yeah.
Now, from Evil Dead 1 to Evil Dead 2, it got burnt. Now let's go to Ash vs. Evil Dead. Now, we pretty much got to accept the cover and just say it's a reimagining of the cover that's something similar to Evil Dead 2. So that's how you can make it canon, really. It's really the only way. Yeah. What do you think of the cover for the remake?
It was garbage. It looked like... It kind of looked like someone shit out gas station burritos.
I think it was like this. Okay, so they have this book. So the Deadites have the book, and they're like, they have this intern Deadite. And they're like, okay, we need to recover this book.
I got an idea.
I got an idea, man.
Even though it looks like nothing from the other movies, we'll do it.
What should I use for it? Oh, just grab these human scraps over here and just sew it up like Frankenstein's face. It looked bad. And I still don't understand from that movie, if the book is so damn evil, why is it sitting there wrapped up in an old trash bag, wrapped in barbed wire? That makes no damn sense. Wouldn't you bury it or something? Or why would you just sit it where you had it before with them weird bastards and have it wrapped up like that?
I'd throw it in the ocean, just bury it.
Do something with it. No, I got a better idea. Let's wrap it in a trash bag, glad bag, and put some tinfoil or barbed wire around it.
And then just leave it on the table.
Just leave it on the table.
It'll do nothing, even though it's an evil book.
That movie would have been so much better if they wouldn't have... Well, yeah, there's two things. If they wouldn't have called it Evil Dead, and
if Ash was in it.
If they would have got rid of the fact that the family owned the cabin, and they got rid of the Oldsmobile, and they would have had some where they're at the S Mart and had some on the intercom.
They had
at least,
Ash.
yeah, saying Ash to Housewares, something like that. That would have made it good and canon. Except they screwed it up and didn't. It wasn't good. It was a good horror movie, but it was not good enough.
It was like not. It wasn't. It wasn't even. It's not even.
It just wasn't good.
It was terrible. It's not even half as good as Evil Dead 2.
Okay, let's compare that Evil Dead versus The Evil Dead, the original.
The first one.
Yeah. What do you think?
Evil Dead 2 is way better. He actually had the chainsaw arm in it, and he had the double barrel in the second one.
Well, the remake compared to the first one, which one's better? Really? Is the question about that?
The first one's better because at least Ash is in it, and the book is way better.
Yeah, even though it's like a funky farmer, big nose face, all turned to the side.
Yeah.
But really, that's how they make the books canon. If you want, we're not including the comic books or anything like that. But really, that's the only way to make it canon. For Army of Darkness, that's the original cover. And then it gets recovered before Evil Dead 1. Evil Dead 1 to Evil Dead 2 gets burnt. And then from Ash vs. Evil Dead, it's just a reimagining of the cover. That's the only way you can really say that. Because Ash, if he has the book, which he does at the beginning of Ash vs. Evil Dead, it means he went back to the cabin. When he went back in time, grabbed the damn book, the whole Oldsmobile thing, I don't think he has the same Oldsmobile because it changed so much in Army of Darkness. And he makes that comment, just a few more payments, this sucker's mine. So he got a new one. He had to.
My question is, wait, no, never mind.
Or the same exact one, but different. It's a different car altogether.
I forgot that Ash vs. Evil Dead wasn't part of Army of Darkness because I was thinking if
it is.
I was thinking if he had his car and his car exploded in Army of Darkness.
It did.
Did he just buy a new one?
Yeah, he bought another. That's the only way it could be the way it is. He had to get a new one. He had to go out and find the same Delta. That's the only way, and he's still paying on it. I mean, it was a joke saying, "Oh, it's so old," but he had to get a new one.
He had to get the exact same one. Mm-hmm. He had to go to Jacksonville. It was so nice they named it Jacksonville.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, we have another discussion to talk about how the timeline changed. Shouldn't have, since Ash never got the book, shouldn't have wake up in season 2? Shouldn't have he woken up? It'd been cooler if he would have woke up in Jacksonville, married to Linda, and his life would have been shitty, and she would have been a big old fat woman or something.
Cat lady.
And he would have been like, "Oh, screw this," went back in time to say, "No, this has to happen." How much better that would have been versus him going back to, everything's good.
He'd rather have to kill zombies.
Yeah,
marry an old fat cat lady.
Go back to, Ash is very self-centered. It would have been way better. But in retrospect, that's how to make the books canon together, the different covers. And also, that last video I made on the, how to edit, I know it was kind of shitty. But if somebody can actually edit that and make it good, you're doing something for the Evil Dead community, all the fans. People have done it with Star Wars, they've done it with other things. And I think somebody should. I mean, you can't sell it, but if you can just put that online or, even make DVDs and just give them away. Unless you go through the hoops and ladders to get the rights and stuff, which is
way too hard.
Oh, yeah.
Making it way too hard.
A lot of money, too. 3 different studios. Actually, 3 different studios, just movies. But yeah, somebody should do it. And do you guys really think, put in the comments and say something of, I don't know, something groovy about this kid getting that PS2.
Oh, when's the PS2 thing end?
Okay, so the PS2 thing's going to end with this video.
So it's ending right now?
If I get more than 10 people saying, get this boy a PS2, I'm going to order you a PS2.
More than 10? How about more than 5?
10.
5.
10.
10.
10.
What if 10 people...
Tell these guys. Say
give give him a PS2 more than 10 times.
No, just say, hey.
Do it.
He's a big Evil Dead fan, Army of Darkness fan. He wants to do playthroughs and stuff, and with Fistful of Boomstick
Regeneration.
and Regeneration. He loves that game. And my other son Jesse, who's not in here right now, he broke the last PS2 we had.
Did he didn't he sit on it?
No, he punched it.
No, he didn't.
He punched it. I watched him. I was standing right over there. I'm like, you keep punching, you're gonna break it, and he broke it.
He almost broke our PS4.
I know.
When he gets mad, he just punches it until
He has anger issues, but gets that from his daddy.
He just keeps punching it until it starts not working.
He's a smart kid, though. Good kid.
He just won't.
Hey,
let it out.
you're not gonna dog on your brother right now.
I'm not.
Okay. But until next time, you guys stay groovy. This is Brett from Brett's Groovy Chainsaws, and I'll have more of an update. And thinking anything else to say?
No. Get more. Say that more than 10 times so you can order me PS2.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys have a groovy day. Bye.